L2 and potentially stop some lane swaps. And because Wukong in this game is going to be tough to actually get impact into a Rumble or an Ezreal.
Canyon going to be canceling this one. You can see Peanut not really in the area. No knock-up going to come through, but Keen is keeping him interested for now. Canyon shows himself, and Zeus going to do his very best doing some alcove gaming here. Knock-up going to be available with that Searing Charge, but now Canyon with the Nimbus Strike and with the ability to close that gap is going to be looking all right. Does he have a Scrap Shield? No! First Blood goes over to the Blacksmith on the top side as Keen. This one off, Peanut now rotating over. Don't know how much information Gen.G has about this one as the wave state is kind of doomed. Delight moving forward. There's an Audacious Charge as they want Ruler, but he flashes, gets underneath the turret, and the door is then given, and is going to be a sign that we're going to be backing off. So
he's still Galio, and the Guzzle Blow's not going to quite connect. And Delight over here trying to make something happen again. This wave's not in a great spot to follow up, but they want to try.
Yep, Battle Braum, he's going to dive on top of Ruler. The door is going to be given. That is decent peel from Duro, but now Ruler with no flash is trying to survive as, oh god, Zeus is possibly just dead. Scrap Shield at the right time, but Keen just flashes on in. And there's the Ornn solo kill onto the Rumble.
This is what can happen. It's hard for Peanut to make the same sort of impact in this upcoming skirmish, to be honest.
Oh, HLE smells something. Teleport is going to bring Chovy towards this top lane. They're going to be fighting for these grubs. Winter's Bite doesn't connect onto Ruler, who does have his flash back up and available. Chains of Corruption going to be coming on through as Viper now getting lower and lower. Winter's Bite goes wide. Magnastorm picks up both of the tanks. Chains of Corruption there as well as Canyon's in with the Cyclone. They try and mitigate as best they can, but it is not enough. And there's a kill going over to Ruler. Zeus, not entirely sure about that one, buddy. And he is going to go down. Does, you know, put some hot
really
stuff
nice
on.
Window here for them to come over and take this dragon. You can see Canyon's trying to get something back. Is going to go over here and steal away some of Peanut's camps. Have to answer for us because at this stage, it doesn't feel like winning a team fight is on the cards for a while. Zeus may get caught again.
Yeah, Canyon's moving on up. And yeah, I don't think Zeus is getting out of this one. Yeah, some hammer boops. I think Chovy was thinking about giving his jungler an assist. They don't manage to take down the turret on this push, but it is looking worse for wear. Canyon's moving on in, wanting to get these 5 minions towards that turret. Audacious Charge from Peanut onto Duro. Magnastorm going to come through the point-blank heroic charge as Peanut's flashing away the Cyclone, doing a fair bit of work here. Zeka trying to be tanky, goes back in. I don't know about that one. As there's the snipe, just one after the other. We're all able to take the kill onto Peanut as well as some icing on the cake.
They may have gone lethal tempo, but the poke is still lethal as well, even without the lethality. And yeah, it's 2 here for Gen.G and the turret.
And the feats of strength as everyone's flashing. And yeah, Canyon looking for a little bit more. Shock Blast comes on through there as Delight able to stand beside the minion. Arcane Shift out from Viper. That goes by the wayside. The outer on the bottom side of the map, not long for the world, as we're looking for
Chovy?
A Hextech Dragon. Yeah, Chovy could be in trouble. Zeus almost just dies as the heroic entrance comes on in. They do manage to get the Justice Punch, but Chovy's so tanky. Now Canyon looking to take down this Rumble. That is going to be successfully executed, but it's a 1-for-1 in the end. And now the Ornn Horns coming through. The triple knock up everyone just in the blender as Viper and Ruler are fighting, and we know that that is not a fair one. Delight goes down. Peanut trying to do his very best as these health bars are so low. And Peanut going to get knocked up. Duro takes that as his opportunity to crash on through. They do manage to take down the Wukong, and Peanut does have a lot of sustain in these fights. Wind becomes lightning, and they do need to kill Keen. He's a lot of money to be taken down, but instead, Keen's looking to try and get it himself. The mini taunt, though, is going to be great, and now Duro has no damage.
Yeah.
And so they could just walk towards him, but with Ruler moving down, that means that HLE not going to be able to find any more fight.
That last Sundered Sky proc feels pretty good.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I saw it happening again.
All of these knockups coming through. Keen gets the double, knocks up with the Rel, then gets the secondary knockup with the secondary activation of the Ornn Horn, and the Forge God is on his side.
Yeah.
And then Keen flashes in for the kill here, and we end up getting a few more
Very
knockups.
unfortunate, as we're going to check this one out from Ruler's perspective, as he chases after Viper, flashes for the ultimate, and manages to just walk him down.
Yeah, with lethal tempo, you're not getting away, unfortunately.
Nope.
Second here. Some of the flexibility of the build, you start getting ahead like this. If you were considering going for Fimble Winter, you can just change it up, build your tier into something else.
Look at that!
Never do that. It doesn't
funny.
make any sense.
It was very funny.
Okay.
All right, Zeus is going to get spotted on vision, and Chovy does still have to flash. Crash down there from Duro gets him out of the way, but that is an equalizer on cooldown. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, and here in the mid lane, Zeka fighting against Canyon, does have the dash cannon, but my goodness, this is a Wukong that's doing a fair bit of work, finds another charge there as in goes Peanut and finds Ruler. There's the flash taunt, and Ruler once again. This mid lane has not been his best friend, and now Keen sets up the train. Will he be able to get the knockups? Of course he will, as Canyon takes down the enemy 80 carry, but now the Bash Bros are getting back to it. Zeus is looking real healthy, and Peanut and Delight just struggling to take damage here in this game. Zeka as well, going to be okay, and 3 are on the floor for Gen.G. How did that work?
I get it.
HLE.
I get it. You know, you've got a cleaver, Canyon, and you want to use it, and
yeah,
he's cleaving. Well, there is no reason aiming, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like that too, but the problem is it's down to a 3,000 gold lead now. Remember, yeah, HLE, they had an extra dragon, and now they're all piling on top of Peanut. Gen.G back on the horse once again, getting rid of the jungler. Absolutely fantastic. A special stack here for Gen.G if they continue stacking them up.
And for a lethal tempo of ours,
anyway,
no.
Which is a little bit unfortunate.
He has a arm guard, so he's got one big fight maybe.
All right, possible battle coming on through here as we could have a Gargoyle joining at any time. Viper free hitting over the wall is fantastic positioning. Knock up onto Keen now as Peanut dives forward. They look for Canyon and they take him down. The train has left the station, but there's no follow-up. And there's the concussive blows we were looking for. Finally, Chovy shows up, but he is way too late for this party. And Ruler as well, he's even later. I think everyone's well and truly gone home, even the people that stayed the night.
I mean, starting this Baron, though, is super greedy for Hanwha Life. Zeka still has ult. I think they think they can do this. Duro looking for that angle, doesn't have flash, tried to hex flash in, but is avoided.
Yeah, well, Peanut can kind of tank it forever as Chovy's over this wall. Zeka trying to keep him interested as the Baron going down lower and lower. Remember, there's only one smite, and it's going to be Peanut that locks this one down. And now Chovy, he is just dead. Peanut dives forward. He's got the support of the Galio there as well as Duro going to get knocked up and taken down. This Sin's now an absolute monster, even from the grave. Speaking of monsters, Zeka needed to press that arm guard, otherwise he was dead. Ruler still does the DPS, but
back away. And if they did try to do it, Zeka's ult's coming back, so they can just easily come over there. They're using the Gallo as well from the side lane to join. And like you've mentioned several times, Otacon has not been Gen.G's most successful objective.
Yeah, they are terrified of this buff as Duro in a really awkward spot. Otacon down to about 8,000 health as now Peanut's just walking on up here. Teleport in from the Galio, but he's now surrounded. Viper really far away from this fight. And look at the equalizer. Ruler standing right on top of it. Canyon just spinning, having a great time though. Still, the train, it's not going to get past the door. It's so powerful. Duro going to get executed, and even though Viper's dead, it's still looking all right here for HLE. Zeka just as punching his way in. The winds of war coming down as Chovy gonna get tagged. In goes Peanut now as they're trying to find the DPS. Down goes the monkey, and it's a bloodbath in here. Zeka is just untouched, though he cannot take damage on this Galio.
Zeka's Galio, man, is so impressive. He's got the Riftmaker potentially in trade here for Gen.G.
Well, we'll see whether they can actually get up here in time as Gen.G moving over vision as they make their way northward. So it is with full information that HLE are going to be able to now move up and try to contest. He's going down lower and lower. Peanut is going to have to face check. True Shot Barrage spots out the damage being done here. So Otacon will go over to Gen.G. They have that, but they lose Soul Point for it. And control of everywhere. You can see in this mid lane, Viper is able to just wander towards the inhibitor turret. That whole wave is going to go wanting. And Gen.G are now looking to try and push the only avenue that they have available to them, which is here in this top side.
Yeah, I mean, the Baron is gone, so...
I mean, I'd hold the wave if I was there.
I
get them out of here.
Yeah.
And he is going to do so. Lands on top of Ruler there as well, as he can now start trying to cook him. As Delight, the flanking Braum! And they get on top of Ruler. They're looking to send him home early. He's trying to get these autos down, and finally he will be taken out. But Gen.G, they're fighting back. The True Shot Barrage finally going to be sent over. And this was an absolute Hanwha Life esports disaster. Not really what you wanted to see from them. And Gen.G even still have a whole bunch of Otacon buffs as they're looking to break open the base.
Viper here, one man against the world, but I think these Gen.G health bars are just a little too high.
Is it just the end of the game?
I think so.
That's the big question.
I mean, Viper's all out of mana.
Well, we'll see whether he can actually at least send a few of them back. That is first Nexus turret to go down, but these health bars are getting lower and lower. Keen, he's trying to flash in as the shock blast goes wide. These health bars, they're barely hanging on. But the Nexus turret loses interest. Another minion wave is going to taxi its way in. And Gen.G, after trying their very best to throw it as far up the pitch as they could, they pull up their bootstraps and they walk up, they get that